Let's rewind. It was 2016. Prince Harry, the world's most eligible royal bachelor, meets Meghan Markle, the actress from Suits. From the outside, it looked like a Hollywood fairy tale. A royal prince falling for a self-made American star. The media couldn't get enough. Headlines screamed modern romance and the royal love story for a new generation. But if you looked closely, even in those early days, there were cracks forming under the polished surface. Harry was known for being fiercely protective, sometimes even defensive. Meghan, she was ambitious, outspoken, and she wasn't about to dim her light. Two powerful personalities colliding under the pressure of royal tradition. The moment Meghan entered royal life, the palace machine began its work. Rules, expectations, silence when criticized. This wasn't Hollywood anymore, it was Buckingham Palace. Meghan reportedly clashed with staff, struggled with the British press, and felt isolated. Harry, he was torn between the family he was born into and the woman he loved. This tension grew, but it was one shocking incident that would expose it all. Fast forward to 2021, the world was buzzing. Meghan and Harry sat down with Oprah Winfrey in what would become the most talked about interview of the decade. But it wasn't one single line that shocked everyone. It was the moment when Meghan dropped the revelation that changed how millions viewed the royal family and Harry's role in it forever. Viewers around the globe froze. That single statement wasn't just Meghan speaking out, it was Meghan pulling Harry into a storm that would alter their relationship and their legacy for good. During the interview, Meghan claimed there were concerns and conversations within the royal family about the skin color of her unborn child. The world gasped. But here's the twist. Harry confirmed it. He didn't name names, but he didn't deny it either. In that moment, Harry wasn't just Meghan's husband. He became her witness, her shield, and her partner against the monarchy itself. That was the moment that shocked everyone, not just because of what was said, but because of what it revealed. Harry had chosen Meghan over the crown, once and for all. And from that moment, the truth of their relationship came into focus. It wasn't just a marriage, it was a rebellion. After the interview, the palace scrambled, statements were released, family members were forced to respond, the press went wild. But behind the headlines, a different story was unfolding. Harry and Meghan weren't just exposing racism in the royal family, they were exposing the dynamic of their own relationship. Meghan as the outspoken truth teller, Harry as the loyal protector who would sacrifice his royal life for her. It was a partnership built on defiance, but it came at a cost. Now, here's where it gets complicated. Supporters hailed Meghan as brave. Critics accused her of playing the victim. But in every narrative, Harry was the key. Some said he looked uncomfortable. Others noticed his silence in certain parts of the interview. Was Harry speaking his truth or was he echoing Meghan's? That question split public opinion, and it revealed something many hadn't considered before. Was Meghan leading the charge, or was Harry fully in control of his own choices? The Oprah interview wasn't just about racism, mental health, or the palace. It was about power. And in that single shocking moment, the power dynamic in Meghan and Harry's marriage became visible to the world. Harry wasn't the royal prince saving a damsel in distress. Meghan wasn't the actress who needed rescuing. Instead, Meghan took the lead, and Harry followed. He abandoned the monarchy, sided with his wife, and burned bridges that could never be rebuilt. For some, it was proof of love stronger than duty. For others, it was a red flag, signaling that Harry had given up his identity, his legacy, and even his independence for Meghan. Think about it. Before that interview, Harry and Meghan were seen as rebels, but still royals. After that interview, they became outsiders, and Meghan's shocking revelation was the turning point. It wasn't just about exposing the crown, it was about exposing the foundation of their relationship. One shocking moment revealed who held the power, who made the choices, and how far they were willing to go together. That's why people still talk about it today. It wasn't just a scandal. It was the day the world finally saw Meghan and Harry's relationship for what it really was. We'll dive even deeper, because that moment didn't just shock the world, it triggered a chain reaction. From explosive family rifts to Netflix deals, from whispers of manipulation to claims of true love, the aftermath tells us more about Meghan and Harry than the moment itself. And trust me, you don't want to miss what came next. Subscribe, hit the bell, and get ready for the truth about Meghan and Harry's relationship gets even more complicated. The day after the Oprah interview aired, Buckingham Palace issued a carefully worded statement. It read, "Recollections may vary." Those three words sent shockwaves through the press. It was the palace's way of saying, "We don't agree with Meghan and Harry's version of events." In that single phrase, the palace hinted at something deeper, that maybe, just maybe, Meghan and Harry weren't telling the full truth. And that's when public opinion began to split in half. Supporters rallied around the couple, calling them victims of an outdated, oppressive system. Critics accused them of exaggeration, playing the race card, or even lying outright. And right in the middle of it all was Harry, caught between loyalty to his wife and loyalty to the family that raised him. Let's look at Harry. Before Meghan, he was the spare to the heir, the fun-loving prince, the soldier, the guy who brought laughter to the stiff royal family. But after Meghan, his image transformed. He became the man who turned his back on the monarchy, the man who chose California over duty. To some, that made him a hero. To others, it made him look controlled. They said Harry isn't the same. Meghan's calling the shots. He's not leading, he's following. And if you look closely at interviews since Oprah, you can see it. Meghan speaks first, Harry adds on. Meghan drives the narrative, Harry confirms it. Their relationship is a partnership, but one where Meghan appears to hold the microphone. After Oprah, Meghan and Harry signed blockbuster deals with Netflix and Spotify. They promised to tell their truth on their terms. And what did we see? More of the same dynamic. In the Netflix series, Meghan told emotional stories of her struggles. Harry supported her, but always from her side, not the front. The show wasn't Harry and Meghan, it was Meghan and Harry. Critics said, Harry has lost his identity. He's no longer Prince Harry, he's Meghan's husband. Supporters argued, that's love, that's partnership. He finally found someone who understands him. But one thing was clear, that shocking Oprah moment had cemented their roles in the public eye. Meghan as the outspoken fighter, Harry as the loyal soldier standing behind her. Now, here's where the controversy gets heated. Rumors began swirling that Meghan was controlling Harry. Former palace insiders claimed she isolated him from his family. Some even suggested Harry was trapped, the same word he once used to describe his brother, Prince William. Think about that. In trying to escape what he called a trapped royal life, Harry may have walked into another kind of trap, but this time, one of his own making. Is that true, or is it just the press twisting the story to vilify Meghan? That's the debate that still rages today. When Harry returned to the UK for events like Prince Philip's funeral and Queen Elizabeth's Jubilee, the world watched closely. Would he reconnect with his family? Would Meghan come with him? What people noticed was telling. Harry seemed nervous, distant, uncomfortable without Meghan by his side. And when Meghan did appear at royal events, the tension was undeniable. Body language experts analyzed every glance, every handhold, every step. Their conclusion? Harry leaned on Meghan for stability. She was his anchor. But anchors can hold you steady or weigh you down. The deeper you look, the clearer the picture becomes. That Oprah moment didn't just expose racism in the royal family, it exposed how Meghan and Harry see the world. It's them versus everyone else. The monarchy, the press, the critics. Even, at times, Harry's own family. And while that bond has kept them united, it's also kept them isolated. Isolation can strengthen a couple or it can strain them. And many wonder, how long can they live in that us against the world bubble before the cracks widen? So what did that moment really reveal about Meghan and Harry? Let's break it down. Power dynamics, Meghan leads the charge, Harry follows. That's clear in every public appearance. Sacrifice, Harry gave up the crown, the military titles, the royal duties for Meghan. That's love, but it's also sacrifice on a scale few people could imagine. Rebellion, together they embody defiance. They've built their identity on breaking away from the monarchy. Isolation, they've cut ties, not just with the palace, but with parts of their family, friends, and even the British public. That Oprah moment wasn't just a revelation. It was the key that unlocked all of this. The truth of their relationship is that it's built on loyalty, but also on imbalance. It's a love story, but it's also a story of control. The big question now is, what happens next? Meghan and Harry are building a life in California, raising their children, and carving out new careers. But the shadow of that moment still follows them. If their love is strong enough, they'll weather the storm. But if cracks form, people will look back at that Oprah interview as the turning point, the moment that set the course for everything. The moment that shocked the world and exposed their truth forever. So, what do you think? Was Meghan brave to speak her truth, or did she manipulate the narrative and pull Harry into her war? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the royal drama, make sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you never miss another breakdown, because trust me, there's always more to the story.